Great day, class! Welcome to another video lesson in Practical Research 2. And for today's topic, it's about writing a research title. Just like in your subject pagbasa at pagsusuri ng iba't ibang teksto tungo sa pananaliksik, I think your teacher there is Ma'am Evisa. You have a topic entitled Pagsulat ng Paksa. So it's the Tagalog version of writing a research title here in Practical Research 2. By completing this video lesson, you will be able to, number 1, analyze the variables present in the research title. Number 2, evaluate sample research title. Number 3, characterize a good research title. And number 4, write your working research title. Before you think of a research title, we already discussed that you should have a topic in mind. Now, I want you to answer the following questions with a yes or no. Number 1, is your research topic connected with or relevant to your senior high school strand? Number 2, does your research topic address a research gap? Number 3, is your research topic significant either for a group of people, animals, environment, society, or in the near future? If your answer is yes to all the questions, then we can proceed with writing your research title. But if there is a no answer, then you should either refine your topic or think of another one. And now, let me share with you the characteristics of a good research title. Hi class, so we'll talk about the characteristics of a good research title. Number 1, a good research title is not too long that the title contains unnecessary, confusing, redundant, and implicit words. Example, a study comparing grade 11 and grade 12 senior high school students' readiness for online learning using technological devices and internet. So as you can see, it should have been senior high school students only without even mentioning grade 11 and grade 12 because senior high school students of course refer to grade 11 and grade 12, right? So this is already a redundancy, as well as this one, technological devices and internet. So you should not make a title that is too long like this. Okay? Number 2, a good research title is not too short, that the title did not include some important concepts of the purpose of the study. Example, online learning readiness of students. And that's it. So this title did not include some important concepts of the purpose of the study. So you should not make a title like this. Number 3, a good research title does not use words having too broad meaning. Example, learning of students. And that's it. This is short and this is too broad. Like, what about learning? Is it learning mathematics? Is it learning English? Is it learning accountancy? So do not make a title like this where it has a broad meaning. Okay? Number 4, a good research title does not contain abbreviations and numerical values. So example, senior high school learners DL opportunities for 100% learning mastery. So as you can see, there is DL and 100% learning mastery. Right? So DL is the abbreviation and 100% is numerical value. You should not make a title where there is an abbreviation and numerical values. Okay? Number 5, If a research title contains a catchphrase signaled by a colon, the catchphrase should be related to the context of the study. So for this example, this is a good one. Prepared to connect online learning capabilities of senior high school students in Quezon. So prepared to connect is the catchphrase, and as you can see, it is related to the context of the study, which is online learning capabilities of senior high school students in Quezon. And number 6, a good research title mentions all the major variables of your research study. We already talked about what a variable is, and you already know the type of variables. So example, comparing Quezon senior high school students' course subjects, lesson mastery under self-paced learning and face-to-face instruction. So the variables here, the major variables are lesson mastery under self-paced learning and lesson mastery under face-to-face instruction. So this is also a good research title because the major variables are mentioned in this particular study. Alright, so that's it for the characteristics of a good research title. And now, let's talk about the research variables and the research title. I encourage you to stay focused and listen attentively. Okay class, let's talk about the research variables and the research title. Research variables play a great role in your research study. It sets the parameters, the scope, and the point of investigation in your study. By including the major variables of your research study, you help the readers to clearly understand the purpose of your investigation. Okay? Now, I want to know how well you understood our lesson last time. So as you can see here, there is a title. The title is Assessing the Relationship of Morning Temperature to Students' Tardiness. So what is the variable in this particular title? And can you give the type of variable? Alright, I will give you some minutes to think about this. Alright, so let's reveal the answer. Okay, the first one is morning temperature. That's the first variable. And the type of variable is, this one is an independent variable. Okay. Next is students' tardiness. So this one is dependent variable. Alright, so these are the examples of variables in a particular title. And it is very important to note that you as a researcher should know the variable in your study. You should know the variable in your study and its type. Again, if you clearly understand the variables in your study, it will be easy. It will be easy for you to understand the totality of your research study. Alright, and that's it for research variables and the research title. By including the research variable in your research title, you can convey the totality of your research investigation to whoever will read your research study. And now, let's talk about the key concepts that should be present in your research title. Okay class, at this moment, we'll talk about the key concepts that should be present in your research title. Number 1, research process or method. This could be in the form of a verb that shows action or process that you will do in your study, like assessing, creating, improving, comparing, and the likes. This could also be in the form of a noun that gives the impression of what will take place in your research studies, like assessment, creation, improvement, comparison, and the likes. It answers the question, what are you going to do in your study? So you should have words like that in your research title, like assessing, creating, or assessment, a noun, assessment, creation, or improvement. Okay, number 2. Research topic as a point of inquiry. So this must include the point of your investigation in your research title. You should mention what concept are you processing, measuring, creating, improving, or comparing. It answers the question what. So earlier for number 1, you should have a process. Like what are you gonna do? Processing, measuring, creating. But here the question is what? For example, what are you gonna assess? Example for this example is assessing the bullying atmosphere among grade 12 students in Lopez National Comprehensive High School. So what are you going to assess? That one, the bullying atmosphere. So the bullying atmosphere is the point of inquiry. Okay, for number 3, your research title should have, of course, research participants or respondents or subjects. In your title, you should not forget to mention who is your research participants. It answers the question whom or whose. So, example, assessing the bullying atmosphere among grade 12 students in Lopez National Comprehensive High School. Of course, the participants are the grade 12 students in Lopez National Comprehensive High School. Okay, number 4. This is only if applicable. You should also have research intervention. In case your research study has intervention, you should be able to mention it in your research title. Example, creating a non-bully environment among Talipan senior high school students through anti-bullying program. So the intervention, only if applicable, here in this particular title is anti-bullying program. If you have an intervention, then include it in your title. Number 5, only if applicable, the research output. But I always encourage you, class, to have a research output. Okay? So research output will give further significance of the study. You may indicate the output of your study by using a colon as a signal, just like this one. An example, assessing the bullying atmosphere among grade 12 students. And there is a colon. basis for anti-bullying program. Okay, so the output is the anti-bullying program. That's the output. Alright, so number 6. Okay, number 6. Your title should also have research catchphrase only if desired, if you want, okay? You may also add catchphrase in your title to get readers' attention and to set their mood with the content of your study. Catchphrase should be based on the context of your study. It means, of course, it should be related to the context of your study. And this is the example. Serve and protect. And then colon. Creating a non-bully environment among grade 12 students in Lopez National Comprehensive High School through anti-bullying program. Alright, so the catchphrase there is serve and protect. Alright, so those are the key concepts that you should include in your research title, or the key concept that should be present in your research title. Okay? And now let's proceed to this one. Points to ponder in writing your research title. So you can test whether you created a good research title by having a yes answer to the following questions. Okay, number 1 question. Does your research title include focus and scope of your investigation? Okay. Number 2. Does your research title clearly show the primary purpose of your study? Is the answer for that a yes? Number 3. Does it hint a specific process? Does it hint a specific process? Okay. Number 4. Does your title mention major variables or major research variables? Number 5. If you use catchphrase, is it related to the context of your study? Okay. Number 6. Can your research title spark the interest of your reader? See? And number 7, does your research title sum up your whole investigation? So these are the points to ponder in writing your research title, and the answer to all of these questions must be a yes. All right? All right. So you now know the key concepts that should be present in your research title. And now, it's your time to shine. So this is what you are going to do. You have to get a short bond paper. Of course, write your name and your section and the date today. In your short bond paper, you have to write your research title. Make sure that in your research title, the following should be present. Number 1, research process. Number 2, research topic as a point of inquiry. Number 3, research participants. Number 4, research intervention if applicable only. And number 5, research output if applicable. And number 6, the research catchphrase if desired. Again, you have to write your title in the middle of your bond paper. What you're gonna do is, for example, once you write your research title, you can actually show your creativity. You can encircle the research process and put the topic or the point of inquiry in a box. It's up to you. You can actually color it. It's your choice. Okay, here is the example. Alright, so this is an example of what you're going to do today. As you can see, I have my name there, the section, and the date today. So you have to think and create your own title, make your own research title. You have to write it in a bond paper, and you have to show the different concepts that must be included in the research title. Just like this one, serve and protect, creating a non-bully environment among grade 12 students in Lopez National Comprehensive High School through anti-bullying program. So as you can see, the serve and protect is the catchphrase, which is colored blue. Creating is the process, which is colored pink. Non-bully environment, that's the point of inquiry, colored green. The participants, the grade 12 students, colored orange. And the intervention is the anti-bullying program. So you have to make your own title and make sure to label the different concepts that must be included in your research title. Alright? Please take note, class, that the catchphrase is only if desired and the intervention is only if applicable. Okay? Class, of course, this is just an example. You can definitely show your own creativity on how you can label the different concepts that must be included in your research title. Alright? Okay, so once you're done, take a picture of your work and upload it in our Google Drive. I will give you 20 minutes to do it, and timer starts now. job! I already received your work in our Google Drive. And for your final activity, follow this instruction. For your final activity, you have to write an essay about what you learned in writing a research title. Essay must not be less than 50 words. It must be submitted before 5 p.m. today in our Google Drive. Thank you so much, class, and see you on our next video.